The film begins with Mulan, a sharp and intelligent little girl. One day, her father Zhou asks her to catch a hen, and Mulan bravely chases it. She even climbs onto a roof to catch it, showing her strength. Although she nearly falls, she manages to regain her balance like a skilled soldier, leaving everyone shocked. While Zhou feels proud, others believe such behavior is not suitable for a girl, as warrior-like actions are meant only for boys. Mulan's mother warns Zhou that if Mulan keeps behaving this way, people will call her a witch, and she urges him not to encourage her. Hearing this, Mulan becomes sad and goes outside to fix the things she damaged during her play. Zhou follows her and explains that these are ancient traditions that they cannot break. Understanding this, Mulan accepts the rules and grows up over time. Meanwhile, a ruthless warrior named Borikhan appears, determined to defeat rulers and enslave them. He is aided by a powerful witch, Xianyang, who can disguise herself as anyone. They attack a location, killing all the soldiers, and Xianyang infiltrates the imperial city disguised as a soldier. She warns the Chinese emperor that Borikhan is destroying villages and enslaving people with the help of a witch, and he will soon reach the city. The emperor orders preparations for war, demanding one soldier from each household. Xianyang returns to Borikhan, who tells her that his plans will succeed and he will soon rule China. Back at Mulan's home, she arrives happily, but her mother informs her that a suitable boy has been chosen for her, and she will soon be married. Mulan does not like the idea of marriage, but she stays silent because she had given her word. The next day, her mother dresses her up and takes her to the matchmaker, the man who arranges marriages. Mulan follows all the instructions carefully and even serves tea to everyone. But suddenly, a spider appears, startling her. In her attempt to catch the falling teacups, she uses her quick reflexes, but her hair falls over her face, making her lose control. All the cups smash to the ground, and the matchmaker becomes furious, insulting her and her family. As they leave in embarrassment, soldiers from the emperor arrive to announce the new order: one soldier must be sent from every household. Mulan's father, Zhou, steps forward and volunteers, as he is the only man in their home. However, while walking, he stumbles because of his injured leg, causing people to laugh. Zhou's wife begs him not to go, believing he is in no condition to fight. But Zhou refuses to back down and begins gathering his old battle gear, as he once fought for China. Later, Mulan quietly examines her father's armor and weapons. That night, as Zhou sleeps, she puts on his armor, takes his sword and other battle items, and secretly leaves home in his place. The next day, when Zhou realizes what she has done, his wife urges him to bring her back, but he refuses, fearing that if anyone discovered her true identity, Mulan's life would be in great danger. Mulan arrives at the military camp, where all the new recruits are preparing for battle and training. Shortly after she gets there, she gets into a scuffle with a boy, but the commander arrives and quickly ends the fight. When they ask for her name, she gives her false male identity, and they let her go. That night, Mulan realizes she will have to sleep among the other soldiers, many of whom are half-dressed, which makes her anxious as she wonders how she can keep her secret. When a guard asks for a volunteer to take night watch, Mulan quickly raises her hand, eager to avoid spending the night in the crowded barracks. Early the next morning, training begins, and the recruits are told the rules of the camp. Lying and deceit are forbidden, and anyone guilty will bring shame to themselves and their family. Hearing this makes Mulan uneasy, but she remains determined and throws herself into training. The soldiers are taught sword fighting, archery, and various combat skills. As the days pass, the training grows tougher. At one point, they are ordered to carry buckets of water up steep stairs. Meanwhile, Borikhan continues gathering allies for his cause, meeting with new warriors daily. He often sends the witch Xianyang in his place, and she sometimes takes the form of a sparrow. When they speak, Borikhan reminds her not to forget who she truly is, leaving her unsettled. Back at the camp, Mulan continues training, often sparring with the same boy who repeatedly defeats her, making her increasingly frustrated and determined to improve. Frustrated from losing, Mulan begins using the skills she had learned since childhood. She fights with remarkable speed and agility, leaving everyone stunned. Even the commander arrives to watch and is amazed by her performance, but Mulan quickly withdraws after defeating her opponent, not wanting to draw too much attention. Still, the commander calls out to praise her, saying her father would be proud and mentioning that he knew him. This excites Mulan deeply. It is the first time someone has truly complimented her. The next day, she easily completes the bucket exercise that had challenged everyone, climbing higher than anyone else. The other soldiers congratulate her, but also tease her about smelling bad, telling her to take a bath. That night, Mulan secretly bathes to avoid revealing she is actually a girl, but a boy accidentally walks in on her. Flustered, she quickly tells him to leave, and he does. Meanwhile, Borikhan continues to wreak havoc, and when the emperor learns of his movements, he orders the army to prepare for for battle. The recruits are told their training is complete and they will now face war. They are also sworn in with an oath of loyalty. Hearing this makes Mulan uneasy. She knows she is deceiving everyone. She decides to confess the truth to the commander, but before she can explain, he interrupts, calling her a brave soldier and even saying he will choose her as his son-in-law after the war, still believing she is a man. Mulan returns quietly without telling the commander, and soon all the soldiers march off to war. As they travel, Mulan notices that many of them are nervous. It's their first time going into battle. She encourages them, saying there is no need to be afraid and that they will fight bravely and return victorious. When the battle begins, the commander unleashes a massive volley of arrows, striking thousands of Bori Khan's men, and then orders his army to attack from the rear. Mulan is also sent to flank the enemy from behind, but her unit is ambushed and all of her comrades are killed or flee, leaving her alone. Undeterred, Mulan continues the chase and ends up in a remote, eerie place where she is suddenly attacked by the witch Xianyang. They fight fiercely, and Xianyang repeatedly demands Mulan's real name. Mulan insists on giving her false male identity, but Xianyang tells her she can fool the emperor's men, not her. She knows Mulan is a girl. She warns that Mulan's true power is hidden because she is living a lie. Xianyang then strikes her with a dagger, knocking her unconscious, and leaves thinking she has killed her. After some time, Mulan regains consciousness, having survived thanks to her armor. Xianyang's words echo in her mind, making her realize she has not only been deceiving others, but also herself. Resolving to embrace her true identity, Mulan sheds her disguise and returns to the battlefield as herself, a woman. She fights with unmatched skill, impressing everyone. In the chaos, Xianyang attacks again in the form of a sparrow, while Bori Khan launches fireballs toward the soldiers. Seeing her comrades in trouble, Mulan quickly formulates a plan to save them. Mulan comes up with a daring plan to trigger an avalanche by striking the nearby snowy mountain, creating a massive snowstorm that will wipe out Bori Khan's forces. She rides to the mountains and attacks his men, making them believe the imperial army is hidden behind the peaks. They fire on the mountains, cracking them apart and causing the avalanche. The roaring snow buries Bori Khan's soldiers, but Mulan notices that the boy who had once sparred with her is trapped in the storm. Risking her life, she rescues him and carries him back to the commander. There, she decides to reveal her true identity. Upon hearing this, the commander becomes furious, expels her from the army, and warns that she will be executed if she appears before him again. Heartbroken, Mulan leaves and sits alone in despair until the witch approaches. Xianyang tells Mulan that her life story mirrors her own. She too was once a powerful woman, but when her abilities were discovered, she was labeled a witch and exiled. Bori Khan took her in and gave her a place where she could use her powers. She warns Mulan that her fate will be the same and invites her to join them. Xianyang then reveals that the recent battle was merely a distraction. Bori Khan's true goal is to kill the emperor himself. While everyone is caught up at the front lines, he is already on his way to assassinate the ruler. Realizing the danger, Mulan refuses Xianyang's offer and rushes back to the commander to warn him. At first, he doesn't believe her until the surviving soldiers step forward, saying they are alive only because of Mulan. Convinced, the commander agrees to follow her plan. Mulan quickly rides to the imperial city, where Bori Khan's forces have already arrived and Xianyang is disguised as one of the emperor's soldiers. Disguised as a soldier, Xianyang tells the emperor that Bori Khan only wants to face him in battle. The emperor agrees and goes to meet him, but Bori Khan cunningly kills everyone around. By now, Mulan has also arrived in the imperial city. Bori Khan orders his men to kill the outsiders, and many soldiers block Mulan's path. She fights through them and eventually reaches the emperor, only to realize that he has been hidden away somewhere by the enemy. She questions Xianyang, but the witch refuses to answer and transforms into a sparrow, flying off. However, Xianyang purposely lets Mulan follow her. Deep down, she wants Mulan to save the emperor, knowing that Bori Khan's true goal is revenge against him. Xianyang admires Mulan for being the first woman to fight for her country and even warns Bori Khan that a brave girl is coming to defeat him. Enraged, Bori Khan fires an arrow at Mulan, but Xianyang intercepts it, sacrificing herself to save her. With the witch dead, Mulan engages Bori Khan in a fierce battle. At one point, he knocks her sword into the fire, forcing her to pause. The emperor encourages her, saying she is strong enough to win without a weapon. Reinvigorated, Mulan overpowers Bori Khan, freeing the emperor from his bindings. When Bori Khan fires another arrow, the emperor deflects it and and Mulan catches it, using it to strike him down with perfect aim. Bori Khan dies instantly, and the war comes to an end. The city celebrates their victory, and the emperor praises Mulan, offering her a place in his army. Grateful but mindful of her family, Mulan declines, explaining that she must return home first. The emperor respects her decision and sends her back, where her parents welcome her joyfully. Soon after, the commander arrives at Mulan's home with his men. Seeing them, Mulan's father becomes worried, thinking they have come to punish her. But the commander explains that the emperor is greatly impressed by Mulan's bravery and has sent her a special gift, a sword. He also says the emperor still wishes for her to join his army. Mulan smiles warmly at the offer, and the movie ends on this uplifting note.
Sky.